All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on Doge-o-ween. Doge-o-ween. Welcome everybody. How are things going? How's everybody doing today? I am protecting myself from the trolls. That's right, the trolls who believe everything I say is exactly 100% correct, and they trade because of it, and October ended up not being very up. But if you go back and you listen to the words I said way back on October 1st, you would know that there were reasons why I predicted Dogecoin to be much higher than it is now. And thanks to the stupid government shutdown, as well as the Binance CC super liquidation event manipulation of October 10th, we are what we are. Nobody predicted that we would still be in a government shutdown 30 days later, nor that billions of dollars, yes, $20 billion of leverage would be wiped out in one day. So there are reasons why things are like they are. And if you want to get upset, just look in the mirror and look at yourself. Because this isn't on me. This is on you. Welcome, everybody. It's Doge-o-ween. Happy Doge-o-ween to all of you. Look where Dogecoin is. It's in the purple box. It's in the purple box. Doge-o-ween is in the purple box for Halloween. Danny's dressed as Annie. I love it. Annie, my former AI girlfriend. My former AI girlfriend wearing the underwear, of course. Yes. We need pics. And Nick says, Danny, we need pics. We need pics. We've got a lot to cover today. I'll get to you guys in the chat in just a minute. Let's get through this first of all. Hey, trick or treat. Trick or treat. Happy Halloween. Happy Doge-o-ween. Happy Doge-o-ween to all of you. We're starting a little early than I normally do because I'm going to have trick-or-treaters coming and I need to be ready. They start early here in Boston for some reason. I don't know why. I remember as a kid, we waited until the sun was down, and they don't wait here. They just come early. They come early. We got the candy all set in the big bowl by the front door, and I will be giving out the candy. Ho, ho, ho. Hey, trick or treat, happy Halloween. Look, the government shutdown should not be a big deal because government itself should not be big enough for shutdowns to matter. However, it is what it is, right? We got what we are. It is what it is. But Doge, now this is the Department of Government Efficiency Doge. You guys know that that's still a thing, right? Doge is still a thing. Doge, still a thing. They present an opportunity to downsize the government so shutdowns matter less in the future. We just need to actually have the will to make the cuts. But they won't. But they won't. The government shutdown will eventually end. The poly market predictors are still 2 weeks out, where most of the voting is on poly market. So this could still be a while. Monday is going to be the next vote, most likely. We're not going to get 5 more Democrats to cross over, and it will just continue, which will make it the longest United States government shutdown in history. This is history we are witnessing, folks. Just like the $20 billion that got wiped out of the market, all those leverage traders on October 10th was also history. That's what we have. So, yeah, that's what we got. Lark says, look, sideways price action doesn't mean weakness. It means consolidation. And as long as Bitcoin holds weekly support, the structure remains intact. Support continues. It is now 3 weeks since that fateful day where I said, I'm sorry, guys. If you remember KrissPax quote, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Because that was epic. But we recovered back up, and we've just been going sideways since. Sideways in the purple box. Not only Doge, Bitcoin, ETH, Algorand, Solana, Cardano. HBAR actually did trade out of the purple box, and it's been using the top of the purple box as support, thanks to its ETF, which has been very successful for Canary Capital on the HBAR Hedera ETF. Good for them. SHIB, back in the box. Litecoin, in the box. VeChain actually dropped out of the box and is showing a lot of weakness for VeChain. XRP was hugging the top of the box. Now it's squarely in the middle of the box. And I continue with Kronos. Avalanche dropped out of the box. Hasn't climbed back in. Weakness. Ethereum Classic in the box. Chainlink in the box. Aptos in the box. You're getting the idea, right? Arbitrum, Optimism, even Jasmy in the box. Even our Pepe in the box. Oh, it's actually just under the box. Ooh. But that's what is going on across the crypto market. It's just been 3 weeks of sideways trading. This is not a bear market, folks. This is not a bear market. This is accumulation, and we're going to talk about November tomorrow. Elliott Trade says, look, we've been here before with Bitcoin. A dip, it's not over. 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 And now we have another dip, and it's still not over. Although people are saying it's so over. No, it's not. It's not. Not in my opinion. I'm not selling. Are you selling? I'm not selling. I'm not selling. Coin Bureau says, look, Binance dominates Bitcoin futures. Look at this chart. This is Binance. Every month. Binance, Binance, Binance. But there's more futures trading going on Binance than all the other exchanges. Which means when the price gets manipulated down like we had on October 10th, who is doing it? Oh, well, it's Binance. It's Binance. More and more, the data is coming out that proved my theory that I said back on October 10th, that was a manipulation event to take out billions of dollars of leveraged longs that was led by Binance. CZ was trying to take out Hyperliquid. Didn't happen. Was not successful taking out Hyperliquid like CZ in the past had been successful taking out Luna and taking out FTX. That's right. That was CZ, my folks, my friends. CZ. Some of you guys love, oh, CZ, he's so great. Maybe not so much. I mean, there's a reason he went to jail. There's a reason. I'm just saying. So here's more data. Twice as much future trading goes on Binance than the second highest exchange, which is OKX. So it's Binance, guys. All of this is Binance. And now CZ, right? He's buddying up to Trump to try and get Binance, the big Binance, to come into the United States. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Now, what does this mean? Did you watch my video this morning? Where are the buyers going to come from for crypto? Where are the buyers going to come from? The gamblers, the traders are going to come in, and they're going to mess up the whole market yet again. So we have a short window of opportunity from the time the government shutdown ends and the Doge ETFs launch to when Binance gets approval to begin trading in the United States. And then it's going to be more manipulation, and we will be stuck again. Ash Crypto says, look, October turned into F-tober, right? Hey, nobody predicted it. Nobody predicted it. But I'm not giving up on alt season yet, and neither am I. I'm frustrated, just like you guys. I'm also tired of the price manipulation we are seeing in crypto. Hey, it's not just me saying it, right? I'm not the only one saying it. Price manipulation. Now this I don't share. My alts are in spot are down 70%. My alts aren't down 70%. No, I'm not that bad. Of course, I was buying most of my alts that I still hold years ago, not during the last boom. So, but guess what? I've seen 95% drawdowns and still managed to bounce from it because when the market pumps, it pumps effing hard. This manipulation in the market is not new. I've seen the same playbook hundreds of times. Cartels shake out everyone and then send everything higher. And then send everything higher to take out the shorts. Yes, they're going to go after the shorts. Prices will go up, in my humble opinion. IMHO. Long story short, we are heading into November and December with a whole bunch of leverage wiped out, although new leverage is starting to pile up again. Panic sellers were shaken out. We got a US-China trade deal. We got a Fed rate cut. We got another one coming, most likely in December, despite what Powell said. We've got quantitative tightening ending. That's going to end in December. QE starting is not going to be December. It's usually a couple months delayed. So that probably won't be till January, February timeframe. So Ash has that one wrong. US stocks are at an all-time high. Gold has topped. All this good stuff going on. So all the factors are indicating that liquidity is about to flow into risk assets again, like Bitcoin and crypto. Except for, of course, my video this morning where FanDuel and DraftKings, we've got what? MGM has their sports app. ESPN, Bet365, whatever, has its own betting app. That's what everybody's doing. They're just sitting on their couches, like throwing all their money into sports betting instead of doing what they should do and buy Dogecoin, right? And buy Dogecoin. Tops don't form in extreme fear, right? Tops form in extreme greed and euphoria, which we have not seen yet in crypto this cycle. We haven't seen that yet. So I'm still holding, and I'm waiting until the end of December 2025, and then we'll see where we go from there. I'm all in, giga bullish on Q4, F all the FUD, trusting the data. I agree. There were a couple little things that Ash said that I didn't quite totally agree with, but the rest of it, I did agree. So, where does that take us? November. Tomorrow morning, I am doing my November price prediction video for Dogecoin. That is coming tomorrow. So if you ask me, Well, what do you think about Dogecoin in November, Kriss? And I'm going to be like, hey, yeah, check out my video tomorrow. Because it's just tomorrow. On average, November has a 46% return for Bitcoin. But as I will show in my video this morning, that number is really high because of the early days of Bitcoin that had hundreds of percentages of returns in November, which kind of skew this chart a little bit from back in the early days of Bitcoin. And I will show that in my video tomorrow. Meanwhile, Peak, yes, Peak, right? I still follow them on X, even though I don't hold any anymore. Peak says, you gambled your tokenized robots' gains away on meme coins. So the robot made money for you, and then you gambled it away trying to figure out which Kit Kat was the right token to buy into, and you got rugged. Why all of the money continues to chase all of those stupid meme tokens, I still don't understand. How many times do you get wrecked until you figure out maybe this isn't such a good idea? You want the instant 100x, 1000x. No, you learn. Eventually you learn. No. Stick with the top 10. Maybe put a little bit of a percentage of your portfolio into some high flyers. But I think more and more people are starting to figure that out. By the way, Dogecoin is still a top 10 coin. Right? According to CoinDesk, Steak and Shake has announced they are creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's right. The company claims that all payments received in Bitcoin will go straight into their Bitcoin reserve. In other words, you give them Bitcoin, they're not selling the Bitcoin. They're just going to stash it all away. They say their profits are up this year, a lot on the backs of Bitcoin. They've got a Bitcoin burger, they got Bitcoin fries, they've got, the whole Bitcoin theme thing going on, and they're making money doing it, which led to this discussion, as somebody pointed out to me that there's no other like Steak and Shake. We need Dogecoin next, where I said, hey, I talked to the Steak and Shake guys at the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas. Back in May, they had a booth. Steak and Shake had a booth at the Bitcoin conference. And they were talking about the Bitcoin burger and supporting Bitcoin and all of that. And I talked to the VP of Steak and Shake and said, we got a big community here about Dogecoin. Have you considered also accepting Dogecoin? And he told me, nope, at this point, we're just concentrating on Bitcoin. And I was like, hey, if you add Dogecoin as a payment option, there's a huge, huge following of Doge that will come to your restaurant and buy burgers. And what would be better than a Doge burger? Bitcoin burger, but a Doge burger, we haven't seen it yet. But good for Steak and Shake and their Bitcoin burgers. And now a Bitcoin reserve. So that's there. Meanwhile, the Doge Fear and Greed Index, as predicted, dropped into fear. Now we're at the high end of the fear range. And if we at least get over 19 cents, I think this will come back into the lower end of neutral. That's how it goes. But it is still in fear today. Got to zoom out. Got to breathe, right? Shouldn't be fearful. Doge is eyeing a massive breakout. Bitcoin Census comes out with yet another chart saying we're going to have a huge breakout. Now, I personally don't think this is going to happen unless we get the big catalyst. And the big catalyst needs to be Elon Musk. Unfortunately, we're not going to have a huge run like that unless Elon comes back to the fold. That's just the way it is. Dogecoin's not going to get that kind of hype from anything else. Dogecoin has been trading very well, as you can see on this chart, right? Continue to have higher lows, even all the way back into 2023. It's been higher lows. So, but you get these periods where we get these big explosions, right? The last one being November 2025. Trump won the presidential election and then announced that Elon Musk was going to head up this Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. That's the kind of thing that gets Dogecoin pumping. We need another one of those. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. We need another one of those. Trader Tardigrade is like, look, we've been here before, and this kind of exact setup way back in 2016, 2017 had almost the exact setup before it went higher. Could this happen again? Again, he spends a lot of time looking for patterns. We're kind of in a different time now. This is not going to happen, especially all the way up to $9. So, but again, that's Trader Allen. That's Trader Allen. I got the pinger on right now. It was pinging earlier as ETH took out $5 million in shorts over the past hour. So we will see. There are some coins still moving up. ZEC is still moving up. It's getting shorted, but it keeps moving up higher. Dogecoin is back in the purple box. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to Doge-o-ween. Doge-o-ween. Here we are. How are you guys doing in the chat? Hey, Gene, how are you? I got a video coming tomorrow. We're going to talk about that. DB, would the burger taste like a coin or a Doge? A little meta. Nice. Duchess, how are you, Joanna? Save for crypto, but be smart. Don't go in debt. Yeah. People talking about using their credit card or borrowing. Be careful out there. Be careful. Doge burger all day, sunshine. Agreed. William, I'm now don't have money to buy, got to pay bills. Maybe next year I'll have more money. Yeah, you're all in otherwise, right? You're already in the game. The Pax cat hasn't seen me yet. He's sleeping. So I haven't seen him with the getup on. Market manipulation should be illegal. But how are they going to stop it, boss? How are they going to stop it? It's worldwide. The US government can only do something for its US citizens. And most of these markets are overseas. People will never learn. Longing, shorting. They get wrecked. Rectember. We'll see, Leno Chad, what happens for November. If the government shutdown lasts all November too, we're in trouble. It's just not going to be good. Not going to be good. I believe great things for the crypto world. We're holding, staying strong. Boss is going to be a bear for Halloween. Sheeb doesn't look good. Nope. It's similar to Doge. Very similar. Traded down out of the box last night and came back in. It's almost the same. On a longer time frame, Sheeb has not held up to Doge. But in the short term, we look at the Sheeb-Doge trading pair, and it's pretty flat. It's just been flat for 3 weeks. So not much going on there. Hello, Dr. Doge. What if there's no alt season inbound? The charts aren't showing that. The charts are showing support at these levels. The prices aren't dropping unless you're like Cadena, right? Something that should go to zero is going to zero. Happy Halloween, Joshua. Is Pax Cat dressing up as a Shiba Inu dog? I'd like to see that. Doge back to 42. It would be nice. Executor, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, man. Very informative, well-researched video this morning. Helped me understand why alt season hasn't happened and many alts are worth less than 2023. There's two key points here. One is in 2022, there were 1 million cryptocurrencies. And now we've got 26 million cryptocurrencies. Yes, 26 million cryptocurrencies that all have some money in it. So the whole crypto market is getting diluted. The only thing that has really been holding up is Bitcoin. Everything else is diluted. Now you would think, well, there's a few here and there, right? You can look at Zcash, like Bitcoin Cash is doing well. You know, there's a number of them. You stick in the top 10, top 20. You go beyond that, though. And those prices, like VeChain, right? We look at VeChain, right? VeChain is showing weakness. VeChain was huge in 2021. Look at this. Traded all the way up to 28 cents. Came back in November and hit 18 cents. Had a little pump last November that got up to about 6, maybe 7 cents. And now here it is at $0.015. It's like none of this ever happened. And why is that? VeChain is still a good project. It's just nobody's gambling on VeChain, right? They're gambling on Hyperliquid or Aster or XPL or whatever the latest thing is, right? And they're getting wrecked. But VeChain has done nothing. Had a couple little pumps and that's it. That's the problem this cycle. And that is pretty much across most alts. Others, like I showed this morning, right? Others, total 2, which is all alts, like all crypto except Bitcoin, is actually pretty high in terms of its market cap. But you go down to like others, which is everything below the top 10, and then you compare it to Bitcoin, it's at all-time lows. All-time lows. And you look at individual prices, we're not going to see these 2021 prices, guys. We're not going to see it. It's a combination of that flattening out of all of that money going into crypto, going into 26 million different cryptos, as opposed to less than a million that we had back in 2021. And also many of these tokens have inflated, like Algorand, for instance. Algorand has 6 times as many tokens now as it had back here in 2020. Algorand's never going to see $2 again. It's never going to see it. It's at 17 cents. It's not even going to make $1 because there's so many freaking Algorand tokens now. And although it's an L1 and it's got a good blockchain, it's not Bitcoin, it's not Dogecoin, it's not ETH. Uphill battle. So that's what's going on. Dogecoin's chart actually looks surprisingly good. Look at the Dogecoin chart, right? And then compare it to VeChain. VeChain's dead. Algorand is dead. But Doge actually looks pretty good. It's showing upwards movement, not flattening out way down at 2023 lows. Otherwise, Doge would be back at 6 cents. It's not. But then we have all the gambling going on too, all the money going into poly market, right? Or sports betting. But thank you, Executive. Appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. Hey, Raul, how are you? Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone has a spooky and safe Halloween with the fam. Agreed. Agreed. Happy Halloween, everyone. Joe picks him up on the dip. Next year, everything will be cheaper. William? Extended cycle, baby. Extended cycle, right? The super cycle is in the cards now. Everything got delayed because of the stupid government shutdown, and the whole cycle is shifting to the right. 2026 may not be a bear market after all. Will Doge trick or treat us? A zombie? Oh, I'm looking better than ever. Thank you. The Doge-o-ween. Bitcoin burger, Dogecoin burger? Now we're talking. This is kind of warm in here. Hey, Morteza. Hey, Metal. If the stock market has a big crash, how much will that affect? That'll affect the crypto market. If the stock market really has a crash, people aren't going to be taking money out of the stock market and putting it into crypto. No, they're going to be going into gold. They're going to be going into bonds or just sitting on the cash. That's typically what happens, unfortunately. Coinbase CEO reading off those words before the earnings call ended was criminal. I don't know what Brian said. Reading off those words. I'll have to look and see what that was, Shafia. Maramello, chasing virtuals. A little volatility there. Hey, T, happy Halloween. Yes, oh God, please, government, open back up. Let's get this over with. I agree. Joanna, you miss your cloak. I know, I love it. Got my cloak on. Smash the likes, everybody. Will Doge go back to 5 cents? In the next bear market, I kind of think no. We're not going to see 5-cent Dogecoin again. Nope. So all that Dogecoin that we were buying back in 2023 at 5 cents, I don't think you're going to get that. Now, we called gift last summer when Doge dropped down to 9 cents, and that may be the bottom. Maybe 10 cents. That might be the bottom in the next bear market. Spooky. Hey, Matt, do you think there will ever come a day when they will no longer be any crypto able to be created? Nope. Open source, free market, they're just going to keep pumping them out. I guess, I mean, if crypto went to zero, right? If like the whole market deflated, something happened with Bitcoin, call it quantum or, something else, and the whole crypto market just dissolves, then there will be no more. No one will make it anymore, and it'll be a thing of the past. That's kind of dark. It's kind of dark. But for Halloween, I'll let that pass. Dilution. Yep. It's the combination of that and just there's too many cryptos. There's too many other cryptos. The money coming in is chasing other stuff and not VeChain. Shariar, yes, I bought Pump Here, I'll come back down here in the corner so you can see the chart. Okay. I don't presently own pump because I took profits. So here's the pump chart. I bought pump down here at 2.5 cents. I bought pump. Oh, you can't see it. Let me get out of the way here. I bought pump right here at 2.5 cents, right here on the bottom of this fib, colored fib chart. 2.5 cents. And then look what pump did. Middle of September, I sold my pump at 0.008. This is not 2.5 cents, but 0.025. Sorry. I bought it at 0.025. I sold it up here at 0.008. So that's why I no longer hold pump. I took profits. That's just one of those things, right? You see a big pump, you take profits. I learned from the stupid peak token when I should have taken profits when it was up at 60, 70 cents. But no, I was like, oh, it's a long-term hold. I'm going to let this is a big project. I should have done what I did with pump and just sold and taken the profits. Did I buy back in? No, I didn't, because I'm chasing other stuff. But it probably would have been a good idea to buy back in here at like 0.003 on the dip, but that's okay. This is a nice little run that it's been on here. Came out of the purple box, but now is coming back in. So maybe 0.005 was the target to take some profits. I don't know, but it's had a nice little run here from October 22nd up to October 29th. That 1 week, that was a pretty good trading week, but a lot of profit taking sold back off for pump. Seems more like more alts are dead in the future. Yep, that's going to happen. You're going to get more alts, more devs, more just shutting down projects because Cadena was not making any money. They were not making any money. 2021 also had the NFT craze. That's true. Maybe that'll come back. I don't know. Is utility more influential to Dogecoin volatility than hype? Nope. X money for Elon would be hype. Because when X money launches, Dogecoin won't be on it. But Dogecoin will still pump. That will be hype. Lolavec, my friend, thank you for the super chat. How are you? Happy Doge-o-ween. I'm done with buying other altcoins. Going forward, I'm just going to buy Doge and Bitcoin, nothing else. Too many BS alts. I agree. That's going to be me as well. I am going to trim out all of my other alts, and I will just hold Bitcoin and Dogecoin. That's it. That's all I'm going to have as well. Thank you, Jason. Happy Doge-o-ween to you. I don't think it's a super cycle, but a right translated cycle. Pretty much on the cards. Yeah, extended, right translated. Yep. Whole cycle shifting turbo. We will see, William. Yep, we will see. I always say that. We will see. I don't really do Halloween, but I had a picture from a couple of years ago that qualified as a costume. I put it in the community. Ah, a community picture. Yay. I like community pictures. We'll see what we got, DB. I guess we're not going to really see who you are, right? Yeah, I don't see it. But sometimes when people post things in the community, I don't see them. But I don't see it. Somebody else can go into the YouTube community on their YouTube app, on the KrissPax community page, see if you see a DB post, because I don't, unfortunately. Mark, I made meatloaf burgers the other night. Only burger I'll ever eat again. They were so delicious. A meatloaf burger. Nice. You bake it in the oven and then slice it up, serve it on a bun. Other than Dogecoin, do you recommend any other crypto to watch out for? I'm just not, Gene, I'm just not playing that game anymore. I'm not going to be chasing other coins. There are other coins that will do well, but I've got some Bonk left and I got some Pengu left. I'm down on both of them. I'm waiting for them to pump. Bonk was up a bit today, recovering, got a long ways to go. And when they eventually pump, I will sell. And I won't buy back. Bonk will probably do very well from here. I think Pengu will as well. Both available on Robinhood, but not a long-term thing, that's for sure. Hey, Kronos, hope everyone has had an awesome day. Let's go. Hey, Dan, thank you for the super chat. Happy Halloween. Buy a Snickers. Thank you. I like the Snickers because they got the nuts in them. I like the peanuts. So thank you. Oh. And yes, happy birthday as well. Happy birthday to you. Ryan, you were hanging out on Tom's channel. Told you I was going to start at 3. You should have come over. Because I know you were there on Tom's channel. Yeah, that's why I asked. I can see it. I remember some others had a hard time. Yeah, I don't know why. That YouTube community is sometimes a little wonky. You made them into burger patties and fried them like a burger. Okay, that works. That's right. Happy Doge-o-ween to you. Happy Halloween, MB. So overall right now, 1873 on Doge. If I zoom in, we are starting to get a nice little pump going during KrissPax's Doge-o-ween spectacular here at the end of the month. Let's go. 19 cents, baby. Can we close October at 19 cents? Can we do it? Pump, pump, pump. Let's go. Bitcoin, not pumping so much. ETH is up, taking out shorts. Not Solana. HBAR recovering back. None of these others are really moving right now. But Dogecoin. Hi, Gene. Happy Halloween. What's everybody doing today? Eating candy, watching scary movies. Awesome. Awesome plan. It's a Halloween tradition, right? I think we're going to have the Boston Celtics basketball game on tonight for part of it. We'll see. Yeah, where is Charlie? They don't do Halloween in the UK? I thought they did. All Hallows Eve, right? I thought they did that in the UK. Where's Charlie when you need her? Is Pepe dead? Nope. Pepe is down. If you're a believer in Pepe, boy, this is a good price to buy at 66. Back in the purple box. But on the daily, I mean, this is accumulation zone down here. I mean, Pepe hasn't been down at this price since April. Since April. So all of this stuff, right? And this is where I traded Pepe, and I doubled my money on Pepe. Could that happen again? Sure. I'm sorry, Pepe did. I'll get to you, Filex, in a minute. But then, again, Pepe was the darling of last year. But this year, not so much. It had a nice little run, though, back here in May. But now not looking great. But dead? No, not dead. It can still go on a run. Just like Jasmine can still go on a run. It's kind of in the same position. Back to its April lows. Consolidating here. We were watching it from 2 cents. Lower highs, lower lows, right? Before the flash crash. Was showing a lot of weakness. But Jasmine could also go on a big run. We could see that. So we wait. What you don't want to be is Cadena. You don't want to be that. Because that just fell off a cliff. But Doge, higher lows, right? Jasmine was showing lower lows, Doge, higher lows. Not bad. So Filex thinks the crypto charts are scary. Well, if the purple box scares you, right? If the purple box scares you, but for me, it gives me comfort that I know it's just sideways accumulation, still low volume, waiting for the government shutdown to end. Thank you, Nelson. Yeah, bonk. Mentioned bonk. We didn't look at the chart. We can, though. Bonk. Still in the purple box, but coming from a dip. It did dip down pretty hard yesterday. Long ways to go. Doge showing strong signs of bullish reversal. Hi, Yeely. How are you? Bonk and Pengu pump. You will sell even for a loss or wait for profit. I always hope for a profit. But sometimes you just got to say enough's enough, like I did with Peak. Peak went up 20% the other day. And I was like, okay, that's a sign. Even though I sold for a loss, here is the Peak chart. It did this pump. This was a 20% pump here. Came out of the purple box, and I sold right there. So, and then it dropped 20%. So those are the kinds of things I look for. If bonk goes up 20% in a day, I'll probably just say, okay, good enough. And then I rolled this into Bitcoin. I know, right, Ryan? Maybe when they play the Celtics in San Antonio in March, they'll be 60-0, right? 60-0. Everybody watching Wemby. Everybody watching Wemby. Watching the Jays tonight. Go Jays. I think that'll be awesome. I mean, everybody was picking the Dodgers because of Ohtani. The Shohei Ohtani. Awesome for the Jays. Vladimir Guerrero's just been a beast. I want the Jays to win now. I really do. I want them to win. Knock out the Dodgers. We do Halloween in the UK. Maybe that's what Charlie's doing. This cycle sucks. So hard to predict the top. I agree. I agree, Leonard Chad. And I get roasted for it. But I'm still in the game. Still in the game. Halloween started in Ireland, but I know the Irish being part of the UK is a bit... yeah. We don't want to get into that. Cadena rug pulled themselves, Leno Chad. Cadena rug pulled themselves. After everything that happened with markets, Doge is held as one of the best. Agreed, Nate. Thank you, Grow. Having some fun on Doge-o-ween. Doge-o-ween. Scariest crypto chart. I have not looked at ICP in a long time. ICP. Well, let's make a purple box for it and see how that fits. It's kind of doing the same as everything else. What's that percentage there? Oh, it's a bit much. So since October 10th, it's pretty much the same as everything else. But then you zoom out and you're like, oh yeah, this isn't so great. Especially if you go all the way back to the beginning. Yikes. Yikes. That's not great. You don't want that. From $65 to $2. $3. That's not good. What are we doing? Trying to get my charts back. Doge will pump. I have foreseen it. Yes. What happened to DJT? Bitcoin is up. Fidelity, Vanguard, look, they bought shares. I don't know. I don't follow DJT. I know you do, Michael. So you should have a better take on that. I don't. Since a year ago when I did a swing trade before the election. Do we have any news on Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson repeating his months-old offer to help Elon upgrade X with Doge? Charles can talk whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. Elon's not going to do. He doesn't need Charles. He's got his own engineers. He doesn't need Charles to help him if he's indeed going to have Dogecoin on X. So that will be ignored, just like all of the other attempts Charles Hoskinson has made to try and buddy up to Elon. He's been ignored every other time. So it's no news. Us Maple Leaf fans have suffered long enough. We need a Jays win. Agreed. Yeah, I remember when they were playing the Bruins and like Toronto was up 3-0 in the playoffs, and then the Bruins rolled off 4 straight. Something like that, with overtime wins and all sorts of crazy stuff going on. That was bad for the Leafs. Leafs had a good team that year too. The Dogecoin pumping on Doge-o-ween. Yeah, not really a pump per se, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'd like to see 19 cents. Can we get 19 cents? 19 cents. Yeah, my bunk is about the same average, about 23. About 23. My personal hopium is the cycle has just shifted a bit. Yeah, if we could have like a total blow off top, like January, February, and it's like real obvious that it's a blow off top and we know when to sell, that'd be fine by me. I'm kind of thinking that's not what's going to happen though. Especially for Dogecoin. Dogecoin needs a particular catalyst to make it run. Now, if X money were to launch, let's say on December 31st, Doge will pump on December 31st. I'm waiting for that. I want to see that. The Boston game still brings back nightmares. Yeah. Well, I was on the Boston side of it, so we were celebrating. But yeah, it's one of those things. November is the new October. I like that. Now, again, we'll see. I'll be doing my video tomorrow. I'll be talking about Moonvember, right? November. In my video tomorrow, I will be talking about that. Yeah. I'll save what I was going to say next to the video tomorrow. I don't want to give it away. Don't want to give it away. Have you checked the HBAR ETF? Don't know. So we'll ask Grok, what is the Canary HBAR ETF ticker? The Canary HBAR ETF is ticker HBR. HBR, managed by Canary Capital Group, the first U.S. spot exchange traded fund providing direct exposure to HBAR, the native token of the Hedera Hashgraph network. HBR is the answer. See, I just use Grok now. I used to use Google for this stuff. It's like that Grok is so much better. HBR. I'm guessing price-wise, it probably mirrors the HBAR price. But I do know that it has gotten a lot of money flowing in, right? Dollar HBR. Dollar HBR. The newly launched HBAR spot ETF is off to a strong start. Over $33 million in inflows in 3 days. $33 million of inflow. That's good. That's really good. So yeah, that's what's happening. HBAR. HBR. Hi, Julian. How are you? Happy Doge-o-ween. Best hockey game I went to, I saw Gretzky, Super Mario, and Yager on the ice at the same time. Yager stole the show. That's awesome. Yeah, they're hyping on TV this game against Washington against Pittsburgh. It's going to be Ovechkin and Crosby on the ice at the same time. They're hyping it up. Big game. I mean, those hockey players are so good. I mean, the stars really stand out. Kronos, you feel Doge will go up in November and have a Moonvember? Should we switch out of Doge for another crypto? Heimet, why would you do that? You know how Dogecoin pumps. I've shown it again and again and again. Dogecoin pumps again and again and again. The time, if you want to switch out of Doge, is going to be the next time you see a pump. That's when you want to switch out or take your profit, not when it's down here. Not financial advice. I'll make that green. Right? That's how Dogecoin trades. Pump, pump, pump. You want to wait for that next pump. Is there guaranteed to be a next pump? No. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but that is the history of Doge. Pump, pump, pump. Unfortunately, that's how Dogecoin trades. It's not slow and steady gains, although, again, it's a series of higher lows, right? Series of higher lows. But that's what I say. Hey, Sunshine. My morning videos go great with a latte. Yeah, I'm kind of like, there's a lot of good news stories right now of all different things going on. And when I saw that CoffeeZilla video yesterday on the gambling thing, I was like, I should talk about this because it did really strike something about where all the money's going. And people aren't gambling on crypto. The retail, they're not gambling on crypto right now. They're gambling on sports and Polymarket. Crypto takes too long. The stock market takes longer. And there's a lot of money chasing stocks, but no, they want the instant. And not only betting a game, but they're betting in-game props. That's where the money's going. They want the instant thing, right? Just like we were joking last week about Powell and how much money you could put on whether he was going to say good afternoon or not, right? And of course, he said good afternoon. And if you bet $99, you got $100 back. You made $1 because it was pretty obvious he was going to say good afternoon because he always does. But you could bet it, right? Just like you can bet whether Bitcoin is going to reach $150,000 by the end of the year or not. And actually, it's a pretty good bet. It's only 16% voting that. You get a 7x. It's like a 6-7x return. You put in $1,000, right? You're going to get like $6,000 back. That's pretty good. But do you think Bitcoin's going to hit $150,000 by the end of the year? But that's where the money's going. It's all going into that stuff now. Now, there's good news for Dogecoin and the FOMO starts, the retail will come flying in. You will have retail piling into Doge. They want that immediate return. That's the way it is. You love Sid? He's not a kid anymore, though. But do you miss out sometimes? Yeah, it could. I don't know that Doge is going to do this again. There's no guarantee, but I think there's a pretty good chance. Bruins. I once skated around Maple Leaf Gardens with Bobby Orr. Wow, that goes way back. Or Drip, there's a disturbance in the force. Oh, Kriss does not have a lightsaber. No. Grow, you're waiting till Doge is the currency of Mars. Yeah, I'm not waiting that long. I don't have that long. Now is the time to hodl. Thank you, Kronos, reminding people, smash the likes, give a sub. Appreciate the subscriptions. If you haven't already, thank you. The gambling phenomenon. Yeah. It just really hit me yesterday. It was like, I got to talk about this. So much money. Especially the sports betting. It's just crazy. Especially the football right now, between college and pro football. All of these prop bets going on. So much money. And it's in politics too. A lot of politics. A lot of betting. Betting on what time the sun will rise. They made it so easy to gamble. I know, right? And people just lose and they lose and they lose. And then they win one and hey, I won. And then they lose it, lose and lose. I got stuck gambling on the phone. Yeah. I think I got the free like $200 on one of those and bet some college football games. This was a couple years ago. And then lost like 2 or 3 more, and that was it. But I had to put on, I don't remember how much I had to put on, like $10, $20 in order to get the 200. So I just played with that, and I ended up losing that $20. And that was it. I was like, okay, I'm good. Don't need to do that again. All Hallows Eve. Stocks have pumped. Gold has pumped. I know, right, Jonathan? Where is crypto? Use the fart coin, Luke. I know everybody wants to win big money, and it's just like, God, really? No slow and steady wins the race anymore. It's got to be instant gratification. I need that 100x now. Not going to make it. Not going to make it. Nonstop gambling ads. Yeah. Yeah, I click newest as well in the community DB, and I didn't see it. I don't understand it. Why some of them come through and some don't. That's up to you, master, on what percent profit you take. Again, everybody has a different financial goal, different strategy, different buy-in price, like all of that. So all of that needs to be considered. Nobody else sees it, DB, only you. Sorry. Mad gains. Clam chowder. Well, you know, Joanna, the clam chowder is very popular here in Boston. It is like the soup of the city is clam chowder. We make it very good here. Many actually go out and do clamming themselves and make the Boston clam chowder. It's very good. It's very good. Happy Halloween to you, Link. Can you make the Galactic Empire accept Doge? Yes, let's do that. Doge. Oh, Con, it's Halloween. Don't be bearish. You're going to come here and ruin my holiday. Don't, please. Please, please, please. Patience, my friend. Patience. It will come. Patience. When are we going to get this next big run on Doge? Patience, my friend. Ah, you laugh now. I'm an undertaker. No, I'm not an undertaker. Jeff having clam chowder and lobster rolls. Good stuff, Ryan. Oh, the best. Hey, Orbison. Happy Halloween. There's Charlie. There she is. You're driving, listening in. Thank you, Charlotte. It's Halloween. We are celebrating Doge-o-ween, though. Doge-o-ween. Join XRP and join the dark side. Yes. I'm selling it all and going all in on XRP. Yes. Ah, the evil overlord of XRP. Why am I always getting hungry during a KrissPax live stream? How does the talk always go into food? It just does. I remember Halloween as a kid in America. We do it the best here. Boatloads of candy. Boatloads of candy. Used to use old pillow sacks, right? Fill them up. Trick-or-treating. Tons of candy. Now I look at it and I go, oh man, can't believe I ate all that candy when I was a kid. Happy Doge-o-ween, Joshua. Thank you. Yeah, DB, I don't know. I don't know what YouTube is just all effed up. They really are. But it wasn't just you. We've had others that have posted and they don't show up. Do the zappy thing. I can't. Nothing. I got nothing. I could do this for the charts. Pump them up. Let's go. Up, 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 up. Food and Doge. The creme de la creme of life. I like that. What do you got, Nick? Chili cheese fries, chili cheese hot dogs, chili cheese burgers from the Wiener Schnitzel. Wow. A lot of chili cheese going on there. A lot of chili cheese going on there. I know. If I could zap a few million into Doge, we'd get that big green candle we're waiting for. Get the big green candle. I wish I had like a Hollywood magnet I could do, right? The Hollywood magnet. A weak magnet or a small magnet? For Halloween. Let's go. Let's go. I need a Death Star magnet. Yeah, they don't have any Star Wars themed stuff. That'd be cool if they did. Maybe Charlotte can get some chili cheese flavored water. So bad. That's painful. I'm sorry. Hey, Dopey. Happy Doge-o-ween to you. Still heavy in on Bonk. Yeah, we just looked at Bonk a little bit ago. Oh, go back. Again, Bonk is still trying to recover and is being slow about it. It's being slow about it. I should have sold at 4. I should have sold. Yeah. Just wait for it to pump again. It's accumulating. It's accumulating down here. We need 114. Yeah, on Bitcoin, if we go to the monthly, right? And we zoom in. That's 114. Right there, top of that green bar. That's how we ended September at 114. So, what do we got left? 3 hours and 45 minutes in the day. I kind of think we're not going to make it, unfortunately. But you can see, even on the monthly chart, squarely within the purple box. And that's where we trade. Squarely in the purple box. But you do notice Bitcoin did actually hit a new all-time high up here in the month of October. So you could say it was Uptober for Bitcoin because Bitcoin did hit its new all-time high, $126,270 right there. That was like on October 5th or something. And that was it. But yeah, it's going to be a red month. Again, I will go through all of the monthly grisly details in tomorrow morning's video, which will be my Moonvember or November Dogecoin price prediction. And I will be referencing what was supposed to be Uptober, and it just didn't happen that way. It just didn't happen that way. I think it was 7 green Octobers in a row for Bitcoin until this year. Hey, Prajwal, how are you? Happy Doge-o-ween to you. Not going to make it. It was supposed to be October, and the market maker said no, no. Jacob, yeah, with Matt into the moon. I mean, he did have a lot of fun back then, but it was all about himself. It was never about Dogecoin. It was never about the community. It was all about himself. His true colors did come out. Bitcoin's performance this year, diabolical. Diabolical. It hit a new all-time high. Sunshine, can't wait for tomorrow's video. My monthly videos are always a hit, whether I'm right or wrong. And again, if you look back to October 1st now, 30 days ago, who thought the government shutdown would still be going on? Who thought we would not get Dogecoin ETFs? Who thought we would have the historic $20 billion flash crash, thanks to our friends CZ and Binance? My Dogecoin price prediction for October was based on Dogecoin ETFs for Grayscale starting to trade, and it didn't happen thanks to the stupid government shutdown, which nobody called. Nobody predicted that. Nobody predicted those ETFs were going to be delayed, and nobody predicted we would have a $20 billion super crypto manipulation wipeout. You love your billion bonk? I know, William, but it better go up again. Better go up. Did Matt make NFTs? I don't remember that. I remember he made like 3 different crypto tokens or was involved in them, but I don't remember the NFTs. Could have. I'd already shut him off by then. I was just like, whatever. Whatever. Congress, I know, Ryan, right? They're playing their political games. The next vote is Monday. Need 5 5 more sacrificial Democrats to vote yes. Bonk and Doge, top dogs. Foff, I agree. Let's go. Maybe Barron. Good old Barron. Man, so much is being put onto him, like he did all of this, coordinated it all. Trump to the rescue. Yeah, there'd be issues. I've separated myself from my bags until the government goes back to work. I mean, what else can you do, Mark, right? What else can you do? I zoom out again, show you the purple box, sideways trading. It's not a bear market, but it's not a bull market. It's a crab market, just sideways. I'm dressing up as a crab. Well, you're dressing up as a bear. I'll be a crab. Why are you a crab? Because we're in a crab market. Crab market. Well, Ryan, you need to post a picture of what that looks like. We're all wondering. What does a Ryan look like? What does a Ryan look like? Well, I'm going to find out in March. I can't wait to find out. I find out in March what Ryan actually looks like. So what's the deal? You pay the tickets and I pay for the dinner? Is that the deal, Ryan? A flowery, watery dress covered in rhinestones. Your body double. Won't be the real Ryan. Yeah, I'm not the real Ryan. I'm another Ryan. Oh. Sure, that's the deal. All right, you name it. Oh, Charlie. How do you know that that's really him? How do you know? How do you know? It's so over. Consolidation. There we go. Ryan, you can just send your robot. Just send your robot. Get a robot and send him. Oh, I won't tell anyone, Ryan. We would know what DB looks like if his photo posted on the community. Charlie says that Ryan is handsome looking. What? Right, that 1K, that was if the government shut down, ended. It didn't. Government shutdown is going into November now. It continues. We are stuck. We are stuck. The story behind this robot is fascinating if you guys haven't heard it. That it's not really a fully functioning robot. That's bizarre. But the memes are great. I love all the memes. But it's not a fully functioning robot. Kind of bizarre. 1869. Come on, Doge. 1869. We need that 19-cent Doge. I know. It's driven by a call center. Isn't that crazy? It's like, why would you want that in your house? With somebody in some other country like watching what you're doing and operating the robot. It's like, wait, no. I know. It's everything. All the purple boxes again. We're all in the purple boxes, purple boxes, purple boxes, purple boxes. It's like everything sideways. And just seeing how that robot was struggling just to like close the dishwasher door was like, no, I just do it myself. Thank you very much. It's something you really don't need. Doge it. Right. Well, see, that was the whole idea of the dollar Doge party, is I'd get to find out what everybody looks like. We would all meet in real life, IRL. It would be truly IRL. But y'all wouldn't be sleeping at my place. No. No. But the government shutdown and the exchanges and market makers are not going to let it happen. Not going to let it happen. Well, exactly, Darth Mike. Who wouldn't want a random third worlder wandering around your house? It's like, no. But even with Optimus, right? Elon was saying, who doesn't want an Optimus buddy in their house? And I was like, me. I don't want an Optimus buddy. I don't want it. No, I'm good. Thank you. I don't want an Optimus buddy. I'm good. Camp in the yard. Doge party. I know, Charlotte. I know. Doesn't look like it's happening. There was so much promise, and we were so excited. Oh, you guys agree. Awesome. That's good. You know, I don't want to bring stuff up during these live streams that get you guys arguing with each other. That we can't have that. Waste of money and time. You'd rather have the doggy, the Sony doggy. You would have one? You would have one of those robots, Charlie? Would you really? Oh. A buddy robot sounds cool. No. The Doge cruise, I know, right? Anybody can go on the cruise. We're Leaf fans. There's always next year, right? There's always next year. Divorce parties. Yeah, I didn't have a divorce party. There's nothing to party. There was nothing to party. Can you just turn up anyway? Sure. Come on over. Come on over. Getting paid to stay at home and watch CrissPax. Nothing better in life, William. Nothing better. If you can get paid to be at home watching the CrissPax live stream, especially the Doge-o-ween spectacular here on Halloween, awesome. Yeah, if your robot can also do your work, sure, right? I mean, if it's an Optimus, right, it'll have Grok, so it'll be fully AI. It'll have knowledge of everything. That's pretty cool. Now, what do you do for work? That's the question, DB. What is your job? What do you actually do? Can the robot do that? Peter, hey, happy Doge-o-ween to you. How are you, my friend? I'd feel safer in England if I had Optimus. You might need it for protection, exactly. You could dress it up, right? As a warrior. Your Optimus robot warrior. Grok. Oh, Charlie's love. Charlie's true love is Grok. Yeah, Ryan, nobody can compete with Grok. Have you learned that yet? We're not talking Valentine, not at V. No, it's just Grok. The whole robot thing, that's like a first world problem, right? It's a first world problem. The robot thing. It's just like, no. One Doge-o-ween equals one Doge-o-ween. I love it. I love it. Trick or treat. Happy Halloween to everybody. Trick or treat. The Optimus UK Home Defense Edition, armed with a butter knife. The ability to write sternly worded letters to the local. I know, right? So polite. But don't make any social media posts. They'll come and arrest you. Can't do that. Can't do that. Let's see what else is going on, my friends. What's going on before the trick-or-treaters start coming? Trick-or-treaters are out. This is your weekly recap of this week in crypto. What's up? Virtuals is up. Trump, HBAR, BCH, and Hype are all up. Government shutdown continues. Greg says, Halloween is today, and I still have no idea what I'm going to be for the rest of my life. Yeah, we need a green candle really bad. Really, really bad. I want to break out of the purple box. The upside. The upside. Tom Crown is battling James Wynn. It's hilarious. Wynn has huge shorts on Bitcoin, but man, I just hope Bitcoin goes up and has big green candles and wipes him out. Again, wipe him out. Ali and his Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin has already broken that trend line. I think it's already dipped below it. How about October, but in November? Yes, Tom. We should do that. Bitcoin's stuck. The world isn't. Elon Musk talking about the Department of Government Efficiency, not Dogecoin. He had a perfect opportunity. Could have talked about Dogecoin. Nope. Not yet. There's Tiffany Fong. McDonald's. Who else is dressing up as a McDonald's employee this time? Anybody? Anybody have a McDonald's costume? Yeah, that has to look like AI. What AI does these days. In October, I've used my godlike FUD powers to completely new Gold, Monad, Aster, GM scientists, and your favorite KOL. Unfortunately, Gold is doing very well still, as Gold has gone back over 4,000. It's holding on above 4,000 for Gold. Stocks are kind of a little bit down from all-time highs. We would like to see crypto take off if stocks are going to pull back. So far, not happening. So we wait. We wait. You look like the evil Kermit. Awesome. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Happy Doge-o-ween to you. I think this is the perfect moment the MMs wanted us to feel so we can sell before pulling the trigger to the upside. I like that. I like that. Thank you, Zetless. Thank you. It's DB Cooper's girl. I know, right? DB, you were the one asking about Tiffany, weren't you? Tiffany Fong, come on. I'm thinking it's going to be December when QT ends. Yep, poke it. I agree. I agree. The only thing that can help Dogecoin in November is X money. Other than that, sideways, which I will talk about in tomorrow morning's video. I'm giving away. Oh no, I'm giving away what I'm going to talk about. You guys are here hanging out, so you'll still watch the video. Darth Sidious, yes. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it's all in fun, right? It's all in fun. But do you like the Halloween template I've got on my screen? It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's nice of StreamYard to offer that. DB has a crush on one Tiffany Fong. DB, you said Asians, right? You said Asians. There she is. Trick or treat. We need the magnet. I did. I put the magnet on. Where'd it go? Where did my magnet go? There it is. It's out over there. The magnet is there. We're waiting. I'm giving it 2 weeks because that's what Polymarket is betting on for the length, the remaining length of the government shutdown. So I'm giving it 2 weeks. All right. So not next week, but the week after. So that's why I put it out there. Bear market, here we come. I don't think so, Chaos Boy. We're going sideways. It's not a bear market. Yep, we'll still watch it. Thank you. Scary story. Woke up at 5 in the morning. My coffee maker was not working. Oh, that's a tragedy. That is a tragedy. Yeah, is Elon going to post something? He did. That was last Halloween, wasn't it? Sorry, Tiffany. Gotta let you go. Elon Musk Halloween. I think I'll just go to the media. I thought I could just do it in general, but it's not coming up. Might have to do it on his channel. Don't see it. It should be right at the top. But you can always go to somebody's channel. Whatever he changed his picture to. Whatever that is. Oh, but it'd take a while to scroll down that far because it's a year. You'd have to go through a year's worth of stuff. Nope. That'll take too long. Sorry, Elon. Should always have a French press on standby for your coffee emergencies. Yeah, someone asked that before, whether Peck's cat dressed up as a sheep, and I haven't seen the cat. So the cat did make an appearance in my morning video, though. He was bothering me, and he ended up jumping up on the mantle above the fireplace there, right near the end of the video. He made an appearance. Use Palpatine's unlimited power electric move on. Let's get Doge. It would be nice if he announced X payments today. Kind of think that's not going to happen. I'm not the Grim Reaper, Compo. Undertaker. Thank you, Charlie. Hey, I guess I could be whatever you want me to be. Oh, look, lost all the focus. There we go. Got it back. Have I ever witnessed a flash crash to the upside? Yeah. 2021, Dogecoin. January 28th. That was the biggest one I ever saw. That was the biggest one I ever saw. Another Doge is dead. Well, I don't think so. And I'm sticking with that. Doge not dead. Look at this. Holding good support, 18 cents. The structure looks good. And like almost all the other cryptos are trading exactly the same way, and it's not a bear market. So Doge is not dead, my friend. Not. Am I the Llorona? I don't even know what that is, Red Bull. But you're going to stick to Dogecoin, even though it's dead? Some call Halloween the Day of the Dead. So we could be that. It's just the Day of the Dead. If only I could do that cool stuff with the lightning coming out of my hands. I can't do that. I wanted to be able to like, and it doesn't work. Nothing comes out. It'd be cool if something did though, right? Got nothing. I got nothing. La Llorona is a Mexican urban legend. I don't know what La Llorona is, but I know who to ask. What is La Llorona? Spanish for the weeping woman is a legendary ghost figure in Mexican Latin American folklore, particularly prominent in Mexico. A beautiful woman named Maria drowns her own children in a fit of rage, usually after being betrayed by a lover. What? Well, this isn't nice. The gates of then she drowns herself, overcome with grief and madness. At the gates of the afterlife, she's denied entry until she finds her children's souls, condemned to wander forever. She appears as a ghostly figure in a white dress, sobbing and searching rivers, lakes, and streets at night. Oh, that's not very nice. Oh, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Very Mexican. They have telenovas. Oh. All Hispanic people grew up terrified of this. Oh, sounds like my kind of girl. I know, TV, right? That right there is my kind of girl. Oh. Oh my God. She cries every night that she lost her Dogecoin bag. I mean, it's going to pump. Got to be ready. Rosa de Guadalupe. She's real. Ooh. She sounds similar to Charlie. Yeah, El Cucoy. Cucoy. I don't even know how to pronounce that one. I do okay with Spanish pronunciations, but that one I have no idea. Adam says, just got to try harder. Now, Dogecoin takes patience. Patience, just like the rest of the crypto market right now. Pretty much, it's just patience. Dogecoin might not get to $1, but I love the concept of Doge. Love being in the fam. Love having you here too, William. It's a good place to be. Good place to hang out. And we try and keep things real here. At least I try. Is it Il Kukoi or El Kukoi? L. El Kukoi. A mythical bogeyman-like figure from Iberian and Latin American folklore, typically depicted as a hairy, short-statured monster with glowing red eyes, large bat-like ears, razor-sharp teeth and claws, hides in dark places, under beds, in closets, or in the mountains, emerging at night to kidnap, devour, or punish naughty kids who disobey their elders, who stay up late, steal, or play in dangerous areas. Wow. These people seem really nice. I Google. You stopped at the shop, and it seems like English girls like to dress as prostitutes for Halloween. That's pretty much your only choice, right? Oh, but Charlotte, it would have been awesome, right? If you could have gotten the Tiffany Fong McDonald's. Where was that? Lost it. This one. Too bad you couldn't get a costume like that, right? McDonald's. If you rub your hands on a balloon before entering the door, you'll be able to use the static force to raise trick-or-treaters' hair as you hand out candy. Ha! Dressing up as Sydney Sweeney's dress. There wasn't much left to the imagination there, Nick. There just wasn't. Tiffany Thong? What? Tiffany Thong? Oh my goodness. All good. She's going to be an Asian spy. Yeah, the Chinese spy. Yeah, and it looks like just an older picture of her. It's like, yep, I'll just be a Chinese spy. I like the McDonald's thing, though. That would be good. But I think this is just AI here. This isn't real. It just looks a little off. I know, right, Nick? There wasn't much to the imagination there. Tiffany works at McDonald's? Oh, she's just joking. Somebody says, please fix the ice cream machine. Sydney has great cheese, of course, David. Doge just hanging out. Just hanging out. Going sideways, my friends. Well, happy Doge-o-ween to everybody. Watch for my Dogecoin price prediction video for Moonvember tomorrow. That'll be a fun one to make, like they usually are. I hope everybody has a great Halloween or had one already. And we will see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.